Welcome to myAfrican Affairs, and in today's video we want to delve into the conspiracy theory following President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda testing positive for COVID-19. Now, President Yoweri Museveni tested positive for COVID-19 and was forced to take a leave. He said in a statement on Thursday that he had delegated his duties to the Prime Minister Robinah Nabbanja. He said that this was the second time in 53 years that he was forced to take a temporary leave. Reports have been going over social media over the weekend claiming that the president is in the intensive care unit. Last week, Museveni said that he had developed symptoms of a cold, and upon taking 3 tests, one of them tested positive for COVID.
Well, yes, in the morning I was feeling as if I have a slight cold. So I called my medical team to check corona. They took samples as usual. There is what they call a rapid one. That one was negative. Then there are 2 which go for deeper analysis. One was negative, the other one was positive.
As reports of the president being sick went around on social media, so did conspiracy theories come along. President Yoweri Museveni had recently signed tough anti-homosexuality legislation. President Yoweri Museveni signed the tough anti-homosexuality bill into law even as the parliament tried to water it down. It is among one of the harshest LGBTQ laws in the world. Homosexuality acts are illegal in Uganda, but now one faces life imprisonment if convicted. The legislation law imposes death penalty on aggravated cases like when one has gay sex with someone below the age of 18 or when someone is infected with lifelong illness like HIV. In a joint statement of 3 leading World Health groups, the US President Emergency Plan for AIDS, PEPFAR, the Global Fund, and the UNAids said that they were deeply concerned about the harmful effects of the legislation. The US President Joe Biden said that the law was a tragic violation to human rights. He also said that Washington was considering to take additional steps, which included restriction to entry to the US of persons involved in serious human rights abuses. Citizens have pointed out similar cases of African leaders, including President Muammar Gadaffi of Libya, who said no to capitalism and later died, and President Pombe Magufuli, who launched a campaign asking the public to report the members of the LGBTQ. He was later said to have died on 17th March 2021 due to COVID. It was for the anti-science pandemic approach that the former chemistry teacher gained international notoriety. President John Pombe Magufuli secretly presented samples from goats, sheep, pawpaw, car oil, and other things and took them to the lab.
Na sample za vitu vingine mbalimbali tukavipeleka pale kwenye maabara bila wao kujua na tukazipa majina.
A sample from car oil was given the name Jabil Hamza of 30 years, male, and tested negative.
Male. Ile ilileta negative. Tulipopeleka sample,
a sample from a fruit they called Sarah Samuel of 45 years, female, the results were unconclusive.
Matokeo yake yalikuwa unconclusive. Tulipopeleka sample,
pawpaw sample, Elizabeth Sam, 26 years of age, female, tested positive, meaning the juice from the pawpaw sample tested positive, according to the president.
Kwamba lina corona. Maana yake maji mle ndani zilizotolewa mle kwenye papai ni positive. tulipeleka
A bird sample tested positive.
sample ya ndege Kwale imekuwa positive. Tumepeleka sungura.
A rabbit sample undeterminate.
Ikawa determinate. Tumechukua
A
mbuzi.
goat sample tested positive.
Akawa positive.
And a sheep sample tested negative.
Tukachukua kondoo akawa negative. Na kadhalika na kadhalika.
An initial science-led approach by the president in the early days of coronavirus was later abandoned in favor of coronavirus skepticism. In that year, President John Pombe Magufuli questioned the safety of masks, coronavirus vaccines and tests. He promoted the conspiracy theory that coronavirus vaccines were a Western plot against Africans, and he also refused to procure coronavirus vaccines until international experts reviewed them. President John Pombe Magufuli died of COVID after putting a spirited war against COVID, and now President Yoweri Museveni is in critical condition after having signed the toughest anti-homosexuality bill to law, which bears the question, are these merely coincidences or indeed are they conspiracy theories? The answer remains with you, dear viewer.